In this episode, I'm going to discuss why second marriages fail. Welcome to another episode of It's Scary to Remarry. I'm your host, Shon Hyneman. This is a topic that is really good for my people who've been through a divorce. I've been through a divorce before. Some of you know me formerly from the Doctor of Love Show podcast. And some of my testimony, I was married for 14 years and decided to go through a divorce. And I remarried, got remarried again. And it's one of the best things that have ever happened to me. And I'm at this place now where I feel that I can really help others who've possibly went through a divorce, and how do you recover? And then even what does that look like again, going into a marriage? So I just want to give you some cautionary tips on what to understand when it comes to going through a divorce and why second marriages fail. Because if you get married again, it's easy to kind of on the rebound kind of thing. It's easy to quote unquote fall in love again. It's easy to do. We have access to so many people around the world today, right? I mean, women are just a swipe away or an Instagram like away. I met my wife on Instagram, slid in the DMs, we started talking, and 6 months later, we married. Anyway, I'm going off on rabbit trails. Why is it second marriages fail? According to Psychology Today, 67% of second marriages fail. 67%. That's higher than the original first-time married people who divorced, because I believe the first-time divorce, I believe that's around 50%. I think the divorce rate, give or take. But second-time marriages, when they go into a divorce, is 67%. Why is it higher? One of the reasons why is because you go through a divorce, you figure you handled it once and I can do it again. Going through a divorce is nothing easy. I've been there. It's a process. I mean, it's painful. There's been plenty of sleepless nights. Where did I go wrong? How could I have fixed this? You constantly questioning yourself how you could have made this better. I mean, no one walks down the aisle with the intentions of saying that, well, if this don't work, we just gonna go ahead and get divorced. No, you originally thinking that this is for life, and life happens and people get divorced. So a lot of times when you go through that process of divorce the first time, the second time around, you're looking at it as, well, I made it. I can do that. I've been through a divorce, so I can do it again. I know what it takes to survive on my own. I know how to move in these certain situations. And then it can be more challenging when you have children. So that's something that you have to consider as well. I know there's a lot of people who prefer to stay married for the kids. That's another topic. I think I'll talk about that at a later time. Okay, so number 2, why second marriages fail is because you didn't learn anything from the first one. You didn't take any personal responsibility for your wrongdoing in the reason why the marriage dissolved. I think a lot of times people rarely take accountability for their actions. I'm the first to admit I haven't always been the greatest husband in the first time around when I got married. Now that I'm older and I'm a little more mature, I see where I made my mistakes at, and I see where I went wrong. And, it's painful when you got to sit in your own stuff, when you have to deal with your own faults and issues. It's easy to blame the other person. And one thing I told myself, especially when I met my new wife, was I was never going to talk bad about, my ex-wife or anything of that nature. That I came to her in a sense of, this is where I went wrong with the marriage. And I was being honest. I was immature. I was insecure. There was a lot of things that I was struggling with as a younger man. I heard someone say the other day that men shouldn't marry until they're 35, because then they start to realize how important taking care of other people is and not being so selfish. And we're a little more mature. When we're younger, we're not really thinking about anyone but ourselves. So it's maybe some truth in that. I don't know. First time I got married, I was 24. I think I was maybe a little too young. But that's another topic. The last reason why second marriages fail is you're comparing your new spouse to your old spouse. I'm currently working on a book about this. Comparison is a killer. And I think a lot of that comes when we don't give ourselves enough time to heal. So when we jump into a second marriage, we still dealing with some past hurts. So if you don't get any counseling, any therapy, like you have to walk down the corridors of your mind and knowing where you went wrong and not comparing your old spouse to your new spouse. Because when you start to do that, you got to remember they're two totally different people, and putting someone in a box who you've been with previously is not fair to the one that you're with now. And when you're constantly in comparison mode, you're always on a defense. So you're never able to accept constructive criticism from your new spouse because you're always on the defense, because you think you automatically know what's going to happen because you just came out of a divorce and you putting all that old baggage that you took from your old marriage into your new one. So the 3 reasons why second marriages fail. The first one is because they handled it once, so they feel that they can get away with it again. They feel like it's not a problem. Like, I've been divorced once, I can go through this again. The second reason is you didn't learn from the first marriage. You didn't take any accountability. The last reason is comparing yourself to or comparing your new spouse to your old spouse. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment below. Talk to me. I always respond to my people in the comment section. Share this video with someone who might have been through a divorce, or maybe they're going through a divorce. I'm all about helping people. I've learned so much in this whole process of divorcing and remarrying and starting a family again. I'm learning so much. So we're going to learn together on this journey. Feel free to share this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment below. I'll be talking to you soon, people. Take care.